toll gate. Have you identified the inputs and the outputs? Output is only one, your y variable, and input, so many. Is your measurement system capable and adequate? Already I told you, if the error is rectified or the error is under control, your system is capable and adequate, otherwise not. Do you have an appropriate data collection plan? Data collection plan, very, very important, because sampling error is no, is
Sampling.
sampling error also very important. If you are studying about, let us say, no, the behavior of people in Bangalore, where should you take the samples? From Bangalore city only. And Bangalore city, how the population is distributed in Bangalore, you need to understand. In the city, there will be a lot of people, am I right? So you must take more samples in the city. In the outskirts, the population will be less. So you can take less samples from the outskirts. Now your sample can truly represent the population. Your sample will behave as if your population can behave. Am I right? Then only your study will reveal reality. Always, going for a full audit is challenging. It's impossible, I would say. You cannot simply do a survey with all the people in Bangalore. Will you be able to conduct such a survey? Always not possible. Always sampling. So your sample should be able to truly represent the population. So your data collection plan is important. That includes your sample size, sampling technique, and everything. And then, is the data collected appropriate for analysis? I will say data collected is appropriate if it is, if both your measurement error and sampling error are under control. Why do I say under control? You just cannot eliminate them. Anyway, error is going to happen. Please accept it. Right? And so that error should be under control. If it is under control within the permissible level, data is credible, worthy for analysis, you can move on to the next stage. How far is your project goal from current performance? Having collected the data, calculate your baseline performance. What is your current productivity? What is your yield? What is your DPMO? What is your PPM? What is your sigma level? All are one and same. Only people use different language. Sigma levels also talks about your yield, talks about your rejection, right? So these are all same only. You must be able to understand. We'll teach you adequately so that you understand the thing. And now I'm going to play a video which will emphasize the importance of ruling out the measurement error. If you don't rule out the measurement error, your result can completely be opposite. Instead of succeeding in your project, you may fail in your project, right? So let me show you an example. Committed. Who has committed the measurement error here? Is that the Dhoni committed a measurement error?
Bowler.
Bowler committed the measurement error. Are you sure? Bowler has just bowled the ball. Who has committed the measurement error here in this video?
Umpire, sir.
Umpire, that's all. Umpire said not out. But later, after referring to the DRS system, the umpire changed his decision. Measurement error is cleared, isn't it? If the batsman is actually out, the type of wicket is leg before wicket. Am I right? LBW. Umpire did not understand that, did not correctly take the decision. He said not out, and then Dhoni gone for the review, and then in the review it is found that the batsman is out and decision is reversed, and as a result, Chennai Super Kings has won the match. If this error is not corrected, instead of winning the match, Chennai Super Kings could have lost the match. Right. That's one thing. And now look at this particular frame. How the DRS system worked, right? And then, a decision is taken. The path of the ball is tracked by the DRS software. Up to certain point, the ball is represented by white color, or the path is represented by white color, and afterwards it is represented by blue color. Can you tell me why there are two different colors? What does white refers to and what does blue refers to? Please try to answer as quickly as possible. We have limited time. We need to be very efficient.
So, sir, up to why it is the point where it does the bowler's leg.
Yes, very correct. Afterwards,
If
flow.
if it not touched that leg, it will goes as per blue line.
Very good. The ball has actually hit the pads of the batsman. So up to the point where the ball hit the pads, it is represented by white color. And afterwards, if there were no interruption, the ball will probably move in this direction, which is indicated by blue color, and it is understood that it will hit the stumps. And so the batsman is given out, right? And see here, predicting the path of the ball, predicting the path of the ball, the what do you call the future direction is called regression analysis. Now, as far as the blue color line is concerned, tell me, is it a straight line or a curved line?
Curved, sir.
Curved.
Curved.
How are you able to say it is curved? Why not this is straight line? Because the white
It is hitting a sun.
because the blue color line is nothing but the extension of the white color line. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
The blue color line is nothing but the extension of the white color line, and the blue color, whatever profile the white color follows, the same thing only, continued for drawing the blue color, and you have predicted the future perfectly. Same way, if you have proper data, that if the data about the white color line is with you, then the blue color line can be drawn. The blue color line is your future. The white color line is your present and the past. If you simply collect the data about the present and the past in your project, the future performance can be predicted. This analysis is called regression analysis. Your regression line is what you are seeing here in the form of blue color. Your regression line may be a straight line or maybe a curved line, and so the equation can be formulated. This is called regression model, and this is called regression analysis. Once regression analysis or the mathematical model of the problem is available with you, you can predict the future easily. This is how the ISRO is also locating the position of the satellite. At any particular moment, if you ask ISRO what is the position of the satellite, do you think they will be able to tell you correctly? The answer is yes. How? They have the mathematical model of the locus of the satellite. How the satellite moves, the mathematical equation is with them. And so at any instant of time, the position can be located, and same way you can also predict very well. And we will be doing this regression in the analysis phase. So in the measure phase, the important tools are operational definition, how to collect the data, who should collect the data, all those questions will get answered. And gauge R&R. R&R stands for repeatability, and reproducibility. Both are forms of precision error, which you cannot avoid in any measurement, right? And so how to measure the repeatability, reproducibility error? Using a tool called gauge R&R. Histogram will tell you whether your data is normally distributed or not, and control chart will tell you whether your process is under statistical control or not. Check sheet is one of the QC tool, which is nothing but your format for the data collection. All right. The deliverable, validated measurement system. The measurement error permissible value is 10% of the tolerance. 10% of the tolerance only error permissible. If the error is less than 10%, your measurement system is validated and it is good to collect the data. And baseline performance. Baseline, these are the main deliverables. Suppose you calculate the gauge R&R and you get it more than 10%, no, you have to correct it. And now look here, the measurement error is how much it is? 4.27. That means it is less than 10% within the permissible level. The measurement system is good to go. And if it is not good, what can you do? You can generate these kind of graphs. Once the data collected from the process is available, you can actually you can plot this graph. The first one is bar chart, second one is control chart, third one is also control chart, fourth one is a line diagram, fifth one is a box plot, sixth one is also a line diagram. Using these 6 graphs, you can pinpointedly find out what is going wrong in your process. And so you can clear the measurement error and bring it under 10%. Once you can bring it under 10%, your data will become reliable and credible, and so that you can proceed with the analysis. All right. Analyze phase. Moving on to the analyze phase.